check 1, 2.
Action!
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. They turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
Fuck everybody on the front. When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct once again on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks N Ish panel. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Law, aka Frass Tass here in the building. And as always, I got the first lady of Knicks N Ish here with me, Mrs. Knicks. There she go, throwing the Brunson up. You already know. We got our lovely co-host, our beloved co-host, the one and only Kev Rodriguez in the building. Hit me with the Mikhail. That's what I need to see. And of course, y'all already know our beloved host over here at Knicks N Ish, the one and only, my good brother T-Time in the building. Shout out to the panel for here pulling up. And let's see who's in the comments real quick before we get into everything else. Uncle Paulie in the building. We see you as always, Uncle Paulie. Salute, my guy. You already know.
Good. It was good.
Darlene, sis.
What's
You
good?
know you loved over here, sis. You loved over here.
Good.
Know what I mean? We ain't got to say too much about that. But don't forget, y'all, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and you make sure your notification bell is set to all so that you get all the notifications of when we go live. Dominic in the building. Shout out to you on the pull up.
What up, Dom?
Shout out to you on the pull up. As we said on last live, we was gonna pull up and we was gonna talk some Knicks before we get back into basketball in the All-Star break.
Game. Let's start off with the All-Star game, Fred.
Bet. So, basically, all right. So we're gonna do this regular style. What y'all? Give me y'all thoughts about the All-Star game, y'all. You know, just the format or whatever. Go ahead.
That shit was ass. Down. Boo. Tomato.
Fried green tomato.
Yo.
Word.
I'm keeping it a buck. I wasn't really interested in watching, so I caught the highlights, and I was still unenthused watching the best parts of the show. You know what I mean? So I could imagine how unenthused they would have been watching the whole telecast. I did catch some parts of, the Sunday events is when the All-Star game is. Yeah, so the Saturday events, I caught some parts. TNT made it a whack spectacle. It was more about entertainment than it was about the players and the All-Stars. What the fuck was that thing with Kevin Hart and the TNT staff? Trash. The best part of the weekend had to be the 3-point contest. Everything else, no, I ain't gonna lie. Dunk contest was kind of ass, but that McCollum kid dunking over the car.
Yeah, that was crazy. I agree. That was crazy.
That was tough.
That I thought that right there, him and Stephon Castle.
Yeah.
I thought his dunks were pretty impressive as well. I like the battle between them two. The other guy from the Bulls, he was trash.
Yeah. So I just like going around the horn. Let's just get our overall feel, and then we're gonna go into what we think can happen to make it, what we think should change to make it better. So yeah, keep going around the panel and just give your first impressions of the All-Star weekend.
Oh, go ahead, Kev.
I mean, I thought it was trash. I didn't enjoy it at all. Probably the dunk contest just McClung's dunks. But other than that, I didn't enjoy it at all. I didn't like the new format of the All-Star game. I feel like, our guys, and not only our guys, but all the All-Stars, like they deserve to play more than up to 40 points. You know what I mean? And that really annoyed me. We did our job as Knicks fans to make sure our guys, one, were in the game, and they didn't even get to play together, which was super annoying. And then JB got bounced in that first round, which again was fucking annoying. Um, and then to have the OG team play the Rising Stars to me was BS because it was a setup, right? Like you knew they were going to win. No way the Rising Stars were going to beat them, although they did make it a good game.
They
But
did.
it was nonsense. I was just like, man, like the NBA is crying over ratings, and this to me made it worse.
Nah, and but shout out to the Minute Police because I know they should be happy that Jalen Brunson didn't get played 30, 40 minutes in this game. So I know the Minute Police been watching. I know they excited. But I didn't like the fact that like some of these stars like LeBron James just straight canceled like, yo, I'm not playing this, that, and
And
bro, you should have did that before. You should have did that before, so that way somebody that's deserving could have got an opportunity to play in the All Star game. That probably got like, you know what? We probably could have had a Josh Hart up there. You know what I mean? Who I think pretty much deserved a shot at an All Star appearance. But listen, man, I'm not gonna even sit here and act like I didn't watch none of the games. I didn't like the way it was. I seen the slam dunk contest. I thought that was I liked the slam dunk contest. When he jumped over the car, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting down and I literally stood up on my feet and was like, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. This dot like if you really, and I'm sorry to be so long-winded, but if you look at the dunk, right? He didn't do what Blake Griffin did and dunked over the side of the lower part of the car. He didn't do that. Okay? He jumped over the higher part of the car with somebody's like this much out. So he jumped over the full car and over a person and dunked it. And
Mhm.
I thought that was really impressive to me. Shout out to that kid. Um, I hope, I hope that the stars are watching this because we need these guys to come out and really, if y'all really want to make the NBA better, we need to see y'all more in these games. Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Zion Williamson, all y'all need to show up. I seen posts of John Morant saying, yo, he want to pull up, but bro, why did it take for you to want to pull out, to pull up to a slam dunk contest?
they say that
Y'all
every
should,
year. They say it
right,
every
y'all.
year and don't do it.
Right, y'all should have been. You know what? A lot of people travel from different states to come see y'all play.
Different countries, even.
In different countries to come see y'all play. And you guys don't play. Y'all guys don't give the fans what they want to see, and that's not right.
Big facts. Big facts. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Paulie, I heard that too. He said, "Pull out." Yeah, but yeah, I agree, Kev. Uh, yeah, I think that's how you fix the dunk contest. You got to get the big names in there, and I
hmm
think there's so much onus on having to do the craziest dunk. Like, you need to do something that we've never seen before, and I don't necessarily think that to be true. I just think you need to do a super impressive and clean dunk, no matter what it is. Just make it super impressive and clean. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, he did 9,000 spin dunk. Like, no, it don't have to be that, bro. But just make sure that it's challenging and do it clean and do it on the first time. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
because there were years after, the Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins uh, slam dunk competition that guys were doing some of those same dunks, and people were still getting excited for those same dunks, two hand windmills, wow! But they was doing it impressive and they was doing it clean. And then you sprinkle in something that we may have never seen before. Hey, how about there's actual professional dunkers that are creating dunks that you could
Right.
practice. You could practice
Yep.
your dog. Listen, you're 100. Most of you guys, the stars. You're 100 millionaires. You got hundred millions of dollars. Your job is literally the game of basketball. So I don't want to hear you don't have enough time to practice dunks because you do. It's your job.
Word.
It's your job. You know what I mean? This dude KD, he had a lot to say. He posted something on Twitter about like maybe we should do away with the All Star game all and all since y'all always miserable about this time. This is my problem with statements like that. KD, to kind of intertwine both statements. Why they was doing their telecast, they had a point where they used like a clip of when Charles Barkley said, "I have never had to have a real job because of this stupid round ball," right? And I think people like KD forget you don't have to ever really go and punch a real legit clock because of the fans that take great interest in the sport that you play. The children's game that you play, there are fans that take great interest in that and the money that we are giving to that game. You're able to be a millionaire because there's hundreds of millions of people around the world that give their money, pay their cable bills, show up to games, buy jerseys, fly across the country to go to games. Shout out to Mrs. Knicks. Drive across the country to go to games, right? Like this is the so yes, we're gonna have opinions when we're watching a product that we're spending a shit ton of money to try to enjoy be played at a very low level. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yes, we're going to be upset and disgruntled at the fact that you guys are going out there and giving it a half-ass effort. I get it. Y'all guys want to have fun. This is supposed to be your downtime. But you also got to remember you're getting paid hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. I don't give a shit about your in-season downtime. I'm
Facts.
paying to be entertained.
Facts. And
I'm
not only that, like
yeah,
the people that pay to go to the All Star game, those tickets are hella expensive in the thousands of dollars
And not
200, 300 section. You know what I mean? To have guys decide not to play the day of, like LeBron,
trash.
or report an injury the day of, like Ant. Like y'all took spots from other guys that could have came and performed. Um, it's just to me a bad product right now. All Star weekend as a whole, it was to me even the performances was trash. Like y'all couldn't
yo.
get nobody else better. Like
And then not just the tickets though. Just imagine the flight to
the flights,
go,
the hotels,
the hotels, the car rental if people get car rentals, like all that stuff goes into play. Yo, there's people that spend thousands of dollars just to go to that event. And then not to see your
hmm
main guy or your favorite players not play. Yo,
right,
yo, that's crazy, bro. How do you tell a fan that? How do you look into a fan and get mad at them for reacting at you guys not playing and calling them miserable? Bro, I just spend like let's say 2 months of rent money.
facts.
You know what I mean? Like 2 months of rent money to come see you play and you're not playing.
somebody has saved up for a year plus
Right.
to go to that All-Star game.
Facts.
And to go see y'all play like shit is
Right.
unacceptable, really. You know what I mean? It's really unacceptable. But Uncle Paulie is 100% right. And I also that's the onus on the whoever the face of the league is, right? Like I forgot which commentator was saying it before the All-Star game and said, yo, it's gonna take two people to go at each other to make everybody else play harder, right?
Hmm.
And that's what Jordan and Kobe brought to every All-Star game. It's like they went out there with the intention, I'm winning the All-Star game. Like I'm not going to win the All-Star game. I'm going to be the best player at the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the one time out of the whole year that you have the best collection of talent on the court at the same time. And it's not enough alpha male energy for me in that situation. You feel me? Because that's what it's really supposed to be. Everybody supposed to show up like, yo, I am the best here. Fuck what y'all talking about.
And you know,
You the homie. You the homie for sure. But I'm trying to kill all y'all. like
and
I'm
the fact that he went, my bad, Fraz, the fact that
Nah, you good.
he went through the media and was like, I will not be playing, guys. I was like, okay. Okay, like yo, how you just come out of nowhere and just say that, bro?
yeah. Cause
You
like
supposed to be the face of the fucking NBA. And so what kind of example are you setting for the young guys coming up in the league that's like looking up to you? You know, like I don't get it, bro. You know?
because Anthony Edwards followed up right behind that. You know what I mean? Like
They didn't even
so
put him in.
I was shocked Anthony Edwards did that. I ain't gonna
like
hold you because I
They
seen the
said
video.
last minute, like right before tip off, that he had a groin injury, but it's like so nobody knew that beforehand.
yeah, like
Right.
like we said, you got the likes of Josh Hart, Norman Powell, like they
Word.
deserve a chance. Yeah, I mean to
Word.
participate in the All-Star game. Even though I don't know how much you would have played with this whack ass new format. That shit is trash. That shit is
Yeah.
trash. They do you you don't they're overcomplicating a simple solution, right? You had the target score shit at the end of the game, that worked. That worked. We see real life work. Like I think they had it for like 3-4 years, and each of those times the game was within 10 points. You feel
Yeah.
me? Yeah, that worked. So why take that away? Fuck all this other shit. The team LeBron, the captains, the team Kenny and the Jet and all the Rising Stars, OG. Fuck East West.
Right.
East West.
Or
Right.
two teams. Or two teams. You know what I'm saying?
And
Don't have to be.
it worked. It worked. It worked
Yeah.
for. It worked for what? 20 plus years, or however long they was doing East West.
I would say 30. A little over
It
30, but
it worked. It worked. You add the target score and that shit, it worked and incentivize the guys to play harder. You know what I mean? Incentivize the guys to play harder. You know what I mean? Like I don't
can I
know how,
touch on this
I don't
real quick?
know but
When you
do
done?
something.
When you
Yeah,
done?
yeah, yeah.
All right. Just didn't want to interrupt you. My bad. I had
No,
a phone call. My boss had called me, so I apologize for popping up for a
you
second. But
good? You good?
to that, well, first let me talk about the All-Star game, the short version. Listen, everybody knows the most competitive All-Star games was when it was East-West, when you had all the stars going at each other. It was like, oh yeah, I want to win this. I want to win this game. This is something I want to win. Everybody knows Kobe shutting down LeBron in an All-Star game. That's how you know how much of a competitor he was. He shut LeBron down in that one All-Star game, I remember. Right? Those were the best All-Star games. This stuff now needs to just go back, revert to where we had it. They're too focused on entertainment and streaming revenue, and it needs to go back to where the game was competitive because that's the best entertainment, a competitive game. That's the best entertainment. That's what the fans come to see, a competitive game. Fans want to leave and be like, yo, that game was ill, bro. Yo, you see they went to the wire? Oh man, this game was flat, yo. It was a blowout. Da da da. Like, come on. Fans want to see the players play. You know what I mean? That's what we want to see.
Yo,
Right.
and what you call it? Why the fuck do I want to see Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast ain't never played no damn basketball. I never seen him in no NBA jersey. I don't give a fuck about no
Word.
Mr. If I want to see Mr. Beast, I'll go to Amazon Prime and watch his TV show. I don't want to see him during All-Star game. I don't give a fuck if he giving away money. He ain't giving away money to me. Yeah, but yo, this is nonsense. I think again the easy fix to me. Go back to East and West. I forgot what the term they used for the target score at the end of the game. And then you give some kind of incentive to the MVP, the winner and the MVP of the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think going back to East-West works. You can also do the U.S. versus the world because they have enough players in the league right now if that was the route you wanted to go. I think to fix the dunk contest, we could add those professional dunkers in and have them team up with an NBA player, and then the highest scoring team wins. I think the skills competition, we should bring back a WNBA player, the current player, how they had that format. I like that format. I do think we should incorporate somehow the rising stars because they are, rookies and sophomore players as well as G League players that deserve the chance to, get some shine. However, I don't think they should be part of the All-Star game per se.
I think they should do remember how they used to have the
Rising Stars game
versus
and the All-Star game.
remember they
Yeah,
used
it
to
used to be the rookies versus sophomores.
Yeah, rookie versus sophomores. Yeah.
But instead of doing that, you do you call them the Rising Stars.
Yep.
Then you have them go against the G League elites. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like the best players in the G League will go up against the Rising Stars of the NBA, and that'll be the day before the All-Star game. They don't get gotta earn the right to play on Sunday. You feel me? Like JB waited all his life to be a all-star starter. You got the rising stars who just got to the league playing on the same day that he's playing. That's wild disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, not saying that some of those guys can't be one day on the Sunday ticket, but that's kind of crazy to me. And some of those guys, the rising stars, got more burn than JB on Sunday. So that's kind of wild to me. That's all. I just think that on Saturday, you have the rising stars versus the G League elites. And I think that'll be a hell of a competitive game because the players is gonna be coming out there trying to bust their ass. To show this is my chance to show y'all that, I belong to be in the NBA. That'll be a super competitive game. You know what I mean?
think it will also because they gave the OGs a run for their money last night.
Yeah.
Up until the very end. I was like, oh snap. I was hoping they came out with it, although I knew it wasn't going to happen. But I'm like, they really came to play yesterday.
I ain't gonna lie, Dalton Connect from the Lakers, he was trying to go off on them, man. That game, he was trying to go off. I was like, yo, wait a minute. He had 8 points in that game. I was like, all right, young kids, y'all gave it a game. I respect that. I mean,
I like that kid.
Yeah, Dalton Connect is tough. But they really got to get to that playing the 40 shit. That was dirt.
Yeah, I was like, come on, bro.
Dirt.
Yo, y'all seen that 3-point shot that Cat hit, and then after that he was like,
he did the Brunson. He did the Brunson. I was like, yo. I said, Cat is a fool for that one. He said, put it on the screen, sis.
Yo, bro, he hit that.
He gave him. It was hilarious.
Yo, that was crazy, bro.
What?
That shot was on a logo, kid.
It was a logo, kid. What?
Yo, fam, I haven't seen a 7-footer on the Knicks shoot a 3-point shot like that in years, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say since Patrick Ewing.
Yo,
I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna say since Patrick Ewing.
I ain't even see Patrick Ewing shoot 3-pointers like that, bro.
I seen him shoot 3-pointers, but not that far. I agree
Not
with you
that
on that
far. I
aspect. Not
never
that
seen
far
him
at
shoot
all.
that far. Not
Nah,
that
That's
that
a
far.
was
fact.
dope. And for him to do the Selly, the JB Selly, that's mad love.
Yo,
yeah,
that's
yeah. Yeah, that you could tell that they was out there having fun. That's dope. But I wasn't having fun, and that's point. I wasn't having fun. Not at all. Like, and it's not like I didn't. I turned it on. No, don't
yo,
get. I turned
that's
it on
true, Dom.
and
That's
turned it
true,
right
Dom.
off. Yo, I turned
That's
it on
true,
and it
Dom.
turned it right off. Like, what is
Yeah.
this?
That's true, man. Yo, and let me tell you, them young kids were really trying to make that game competitive. They were playing
Yeah.
defense. They were playing defense. They were swiping at the ball. And I ain't gonna hold you. It was a foul, but I love the fact that they fucking hammered KD when he went up to the basket and they fouled him and they ain't called no
Yeah.
foul or nothing. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like,
Oh
but
man.
that's what you need to see more of. You know what I mean? Like, I think the thing is that you gotta have these guys play for something, you know?
Hmm.
Play for something like home field advantage throughout the whole playoffs or something like that.
Like,
Yeah.
what happens is, yeah, like these guys is going into the game like this don't really mean nothing because you know how we
Right.
spoke about, uh, just having the pride of saying that, yo, I'm that All Star MVP. I washed all y'all up. I'm the best player, and we play the competitive. That's not enough for them anymore. They don't care about that. Yeah, I mean, they're
Right.
too
Hmm.
cool to be like, yeah, who cares about being the best in the All Star game? But that's what made the All Star game. That's
Right.
why it's a thing because the best players came together and wanted to find out who is the best for real. Yeah, I mean, who's the number one alpha dog? Who's the best conference? Who's the number one alpha dog in the NBA when you put them all together? But none of them got that in them. You know what I mean? And I can't even be surprised because a lot of times it shows even in the playoffs that a lot of these guys ain't got that killer, that alpha dog mentality. It might be nice, but we see it a lot of times in the playoffs that a lot of these guys ain't got that switch to be like, yeah, about to murder all y'all.
Yeah. But I mean,
Word.
I don't even know why we need to incentivize them. Like they get paid millions, like you said, to play a kid game. Like come out, it's one night, one day, you're playing with the best. And you know what? If they don't want to, then guess what, fans? We need to stop voting their asses in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems
Like
like
I
our
think
votes don't even count
they'll
really.
learn when a LeBron or John Morant or KD isn't an all-star one year. They'll figure that shit out real quick.
Yo, and you know what's like even crazier too when you think about the implications of being an all-star has on how they get paid.
Hmm.
Like when they go to negotiate contracts, they go with the well, I'm a full-time all-star. I need the I need that max. You feel
Yep.
me? You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
a full-time all-star versus a one-time all-star rings a lot of different bells.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different numbers that end up being moved around on that paycheck when these
Hmm.
things, you know, there's a saying: people individually are smart, people as a whole are dumb. So I would never. I don't think that everybody's going to collectivize and go, yeah, we're not going to vote somebody in. I just don't see that happening. Like we have a better chance of somebody actually having pride in wanting to be the best. We got more chance of that than fans being like, yeah, we're not going to vote KD in this year. Yeah, that's not
And
going
I
to happen.
think that's the sucky part because like we know our guys, right? They wanted to play. They were they are what it should be. And then you have the bigger name guys that just think this is a joke, this is a vacation, whatever, and they're fucking up the game to be honest.
Facts,
Hmm.
facts. Yeah. But yeah, they got to do something because that was horrible. That was horrible. All right, so
Wait,
moving right along. You know what I
wait.
mean?
Before you
Right here.
segue real quick, press like for your favorite panel, everybody. Just
Big
please
fact.
remember, sharing is always caring. Apologize. Go ahead, T-Tom.
And hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications.
Definitely.
Fact. Uh, moving right along. Let's talk. Let's talk Mitchell Robinson.
Definitely.
Uh, we've seen there's some videos popping. There's been great speculation on when he will return. There's a few sport Knicks beat writers that got put in their place a few times by saying some wrong things. But big speculation about when Mitchell Robinson is coming back. I think it's sooner than later. We seeing workout videos. You know what I mean? Yeah. What Kev, what you said on
Yeah.
Twitter? What you said on Twitter, Kev? When somebody commented about that video?
I said, when is Tibbs gonna let him do that?
Hey, yo.
I said the
He got a
question.
point.
I said, yo, the question is, when is Tibbs gonna let him do that?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, he the last report that he was playing 2-on-2s, and he has not been upgraded to 5-on-5. That's the last report. That was like almost a week ago. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's to say he didn't progress to 5-on-5s yet? But yeah, that's what you need to be doing for sure.
Working on his free throws.
Sure. Nah, but I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks we should see Mitchell Robinson on the actual basketball court in the NBA getting meaningful minutes. Because boy, when he does, I've been saying it for the longest. GG's, y'all. GG's once Mitchell Robinson come back. I hope it was fun. But there was also speculation that he might pop out for the Bulls game. Like it's a lot of mixed reports. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the locker room. I can't tell you heads or tails, but I definitely think it's sooner than later. Yeah, what y'all think?
I'm be honest with you, man. I think he really wanna play now. Um, Remember they told us January, then they told us February, now it's March. I think he finna play as soon as the All-Star break is over. I think we'll be seeing him in that first game coming. Like pause, but I think it's gonna be right now. He's itching to play, bro. You know what I mean? He looks, his body looks in super shape. You know what I mean? So I haven't seen him like that since Skinny Mitch. Since that Mitch. So I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait to see OG come back too. I said pause, Uncle Paulie. I said pause.
He sure did. But if I may take over for a few seconds, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna say 3 weeks is the timeline for Mitch at this point. He's already been cleared for contact, so he's on the court. He just needs to get up to game speed and get back to dealing with the contact and everything else. Because we all know what Mitch can do. We already know Mitch is the league's #1 rebounder. Let's be real. He's the #1 leading rebounder in the league when he's healthy. He's the #1 rim protector. And like Kevin Sis said, I want to see Mitch and OG playing together for the first time on the court. Because I feel like they gonna pay dividends for us going through this playoff push. They're gonna pay dividends. The defense is about to get even crazier, y'all. Just wait on it. It's coming. Pause. Mitch is definitely about to get back on that court, and when he does, Don't be surprised if the Knicks overtake Boston for second. You heard it here first.
I mean, I think he'll
Because
be back before March 1st. I think within this next week or two, next week and a half.
yeah,
The last injury report the Knicks put out for him was on the 8th, and it said he'll be back before the end of the month.
yep.
One thing I did like, there was an article out where he was talking about his injuries, and he admitted not taking care of himself the way he's supposed to, like not icing after games, not eating well. Um, and so I like that he's taking, he's acknowledging where he could do better.
Taking
Although this
accountability.
injury absolutely was a freak injury, purposefully, harm done to him. Nothing he could have done to avoid that other than literally jumping out the way. Um,
What happened?
Yeah, I think she froze. But you know what? I think homie got his karma back.
my bad,
And
I had a phone call coming in.
nah, you good, you
It's all
good.
Um,
good.
but no, I hope to see him soon. Like I said, within the next week. Um, and I think our team is going to be so much better.
I just want to add one thing before I let you speak on the tea time. They need to incorporate Mitch more on offensive end. I'm telling you, if you get Mitch involved on this offense, we're gonna be even more of a problem. You gotta make guys big defend Mitch at some point in this season, man. That's what we lacked last year.
What's good? What's good? 4-2. Chicago 4-2 was good.
Chicago for
But if you seen homie that injured Mitch on purpose, his karma hit him real quick because
Fast.
this season he's playing like pure shit. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to on Dios
On
and
Dios, yes,
NYK.
sir.
Molly Mall was goody, bro. I appreciate you,
Yo,
Molly Mall.
my
shout
guy.
out my guy Molly Mall. Shout out my
But
guy Molly Mall. What up?
but
Yeah.
yeah, man, like, I'm excited for Mitch. I'm happy for Mitch. And it's been a long time coming. So
Yeah, yeah, Kev, I agree. He definitely getting his karma. He could barely walk up the court. That guy.
word, bro. Word.
But Raz, to your point, if you watch how we play offense this season, you can see that like he will be in this naturally. He'll be more involved because that's the way
Yeah.
that we've been playing. Look at how Precious is getting the ball more often. Look at even
Yeah.
Hmm.
to the time when Hug Purdy is in the game, he's getting the ball a little bit when he's in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, like whoever the guy is, they've been touching the rock a little bit. You know what I mean? Pause. That's crazy. Uh, but yeah, when Mitch come back, he's definitely gonna be intricate. He's not. I won't say intricate, but he's definitely going to be.
My bad. Uncle Paulie is a fool, yo. I apologize, yo. That's crazy. Uncle Paulie, you crazy, bro.
But anticipating Mitch's return, he posted. He said something in an interview, and he's like, "Yeah, people are sleeping, but I'm gonna wake their ass
Wake
up."
him up.
Yeah.
Facts.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, and
Oh,
I've been saying that for the longest. I said, y'all must have forgot who Mitchell Robinson is as a basketball player and what the chief complaint about the Knicks right now is their defense.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You have one of the best defensive centers in the NBA that's sitting on the bench. What you think is gonna happen when he comes back when we get rim protection and then you got two wings that know that all right, I could funnel guys Mitch's direction now. I don't
Yep.
have to
mm-hmm.
try, I don't have to try to stay super in front of him because I'm trying to protect Cat from foul trouble, right? Now I can close out harder on 3-point shots because I know I got Mitchell Robinson behind me and I don't have to protect Cat from foul trouble. Like, what you think that does to the defense? It's going to You're gonna have guys closing out on 3-point shots harder. You're gonna have guys funneling them over to funnel drivers over to Mitchell Robinson's direction. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a completely different defensive team when Mitch come back and when we get Wiggy back, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing with that is seeing Mitch play on the floor with Cat at the four. You know, that's what I've been waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to see if Cat can emulate the same success he had in Minnesota with a guy like Gobert playing the four, who was a similar rebounder, rim protector, similar role that Mitch plays. So that's what I want to see moving forward once Mitch and Cat start playing Cat at four, Mitch at five.
Um, the Knicks will be 2025-26 champs. Said the key to our season is McCall and Deuce returning to defensive from where they were once at. I think I've seen that out of McCall and in a bunch of games, at least towards the end of the All-Star break, where defensively he was giving guys fits. Um, if and against good players too. I mean,
Hmm.
solid players. So if he could give us that kind of energy going towards the second half of the season, Deuce too. I think Deuce was dealing with that hamstring injury,
Hmm.
and that's why I feel like Deuce kind of was like struggling defensively. But I feel like this time off, give him some time to heal up, and I think those two guys, especially when OG come back, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I really think that once we get Mitch back, and that's gonna push Josh back to the bench with Campaign and Deuce and Precious with Josh and Huck Porty. That second unit is gonna look crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you, Kev. Like people sleeping at Macau, like like the last like 10, 15 games has definitely stepped up
Yeah.
his a lot. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
He's still definitely hit or miss on offense. You know what I mean? But like defensively, he's been doing good. Uh,
I feel
and
like it's
That's
more
why
like 20
Paulie,
games,
Paulie,
though. I think it's a little more than
that
15. I think it's been like
yeah,
20 games.
yeah, you might
yo
be right.
Paulie, Paulie. That's why I didn't understand how the minute police people were so mad that these guys didn't play so many minutes in the playoffs. I mean, in the All Star game. Like, y'all mad that they play all these minutes during the game, then they don't play all the minutes in the All Star, and y'all mad at that too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yo,
You're right.
it's like, yo, you can't
He's
do
right.
no right. Thibodeau can't do no right.
Yeah.
but we also we I also feel like Tibbs teams are a post All Star break team. Like I've been saying this. Like Tibbs teams usually start picking up steam after the All Star break. Uh, and I expect that to happen again. And you know why? Is because then we are we we are well conditioned to go into deep waters against these teams because these guys have been playing heavy minutes. You know what I mean? Because they've been playing. And watch, I guarantee you, as the season go on, they're not gonna be playing that much minutes as the team gets fully healthy. This is
And the
the
thing,
first like this is if you like when in the off season when they had Tibbs on the pod and they asked him about the minutes question and he broke down the average of he's like, yeah, they could see Josh playing 40 minutes one game, but are they gonna mention that he averaged 35 minutes on the season? They're gonna say that Jalen Brunson played 39 minutes this game, but are they going to mention that he only averaged 35 minutes per game during this on the whole season, right? So I think that these minutes will start leveling out eventually, but you also got to keep in mind that our whole bench was injured in the beginning of the season. The whole
and
bench.
and and not to mention, like, yo, bro, one thing that we always Like, I don't think people really listen to our players. I swear to God, people don't listen. These guys prepare for this in the off season. These guys bust their ass. They playing pickup games all summer long, working out all summer long just for this. Just for this. These guys are warriors for real.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so it is what it is, man. Like, if you still complaining about minutes, you bugging. I
yeah,
just watched the game literally the other day, the Clippers. I seen James Harden play 48 fucking minutes, bro.
yeah.
I seen
Wait, Kev.
Norman Powell. Hold on. Norman Powell played 40 fucking 6 minutes, bro.
Yeah. You, you know what it is?
It's they Knicks. That's what it is.
Is that
Yo, bro.
and Knicks fans love to listen to lazy reporting.
Hmm.
Yo, it's
You
crazy,
know,
bro.
most of these sports figureheads, they get on these shows and regurgitate each other's takes. It's literally what they lazy reporting because you know why? There's a lot of games that happen in the NBA.
Facts.
A lot of these people are very busy people. You know what I mean? Like they have, especially the ex NBA players, they got a million engagements to do before show, after show, shit like that. You know what I mean? And they love to spit out regurgitated takes, and including the fakest Knicks fan of all, Stephen A. Smith. He's the king of regurgitated takes.
We don't even count him as a Knicks fan no more. I've
Yeah,
been took his fan pass. He out
yeah,
of here.
he's
He
the
out of
king,
here. I don't even count him.
especially about the Knicks.
He's
He's
a net
king.
fan.
Yeah, he was at the Barclays.
He's definitely a
Uh,
Brooklyn Nets fan. Facts.
yeah, but yeah, we yeah, regurgitated takes, and the fan base runs with those regurgitated takes. I They put too much onus on what the people say. Yeah, they forget that they be wrong a whole lot. Listen,
Sure.
Hmm.
why would you take the word of people who said that the Jalen Brunson pickup wasn't all that good?
Word.
They trashed it. They was making fun of us for going after JB, and one of them actually called it the saddest sweepstakes in NBA history. The Jalen Brunson sweepstakes. That's what they called it. So why would you take the word on what the Knicks supposed to be doing from these folk?
Exactly.
They try
Excuse
to
me.
downplay Coach Tom Thibodeau because yeah, you good. They try to downplay Coach Tom Thibodeau, say that he's only a regular season head coach. When the fact of the matter, he had a few teams that went to the conference finals. There's a lot of great coaches that never got over that hump, whether it be the teams or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like everybody
Apologize about that.
for Mark Jackson, but Mark Jackson ain't never win no ring. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Facts.
Like I've had my disagreements with Coach Tommy T. It's well documented here on this show. But also, I'm also the guy that coined the phrase "I won't be the fool to argue results." Because since he's been here, there's been results. It may not be the ultimate result, but considering where we came from and the span of time that we came from, it's been great results. Two second round appearances after not making the playoffs for almost 10 years. But how you gonna
Hmm.
argue those results? How you gonna argue the best start we've had since '73 at the All-Star break? How you gonna argue those results?
Facts.
But Knicks fans find a way to do it. Y'all
Facts.
ain't had
Always.
a good thing. It's been so long that the Knicks has been good and consistently relevant. Y'all don't even know how to appreciate it. It's wild.
Facts. And I think it's already starting, like you said, to even out. Because remember earlier in the season, we had, I think, all five of our guys in the top 10 or 15 of minutes. And right now, Macau is number one, Josh is number three,
Number three.
OG is 11, um, Jalen is 22, and Cat is 25. So it's already kind of balancing itself out. And that's only going to get better when, our guys come back. So, I mean, I'm over it. And I agree with what Uncle Paulie said. Like, I don't know how many times our guys have to say they don't care. They want to play. If they have to play every minute of every game, they'll play. Josh even trolls Knicks fans on Twitter and even mentions them on post game shows, the Minute Police, so that y'all can stop and y'all continue with the nonsense. Our guys, I can't speak for any other guys on any other team, but our guys, they don't care about playing these minutes.
Facts. Frank was good, my guy. Yes, sir. Yeah, but y'all got to give up this minute police shit, man. We got here because we was talking about my boy Mitch, but yeah, Mrs. Nick, you said something I almost forgot that I. But shout out to Mitch for having accountability to say that he wasn't taking care of himself properly. You know, in comparison, when you look at the Iron Man on our team, this is all the stuff that Mitch said he wasn't doing. This is all the stuff that he does.
Mm-hmm.
Mikal famously talks about immediately after game going to stretch, going to get treatment.
Chipotle. Oh yeah.
Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle.
Be in Chipotle and shit.
Yeah. But he's going to stretch. He's going to get treatment. He's taking care of his body immediately after every game. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take care of your body. And we also know that, when Mitch entered the league, one knock on him was his maturity. Yeah, I mean, they said that he was kind of immature when he first entered the league, and we really watching this man grow up in front of our own eyes and become a man.
And you got to remember, not only was he immature, he didn't play college basketball. So we basically got a high school player.
Mm-hmm. We literally watched him grow. Literally.
And playing center is one of the most physical positions in the game. You know what I mean? So your body really takes a beating when you pause, because Paulie is in the comments lurking.
Just Knicks in the building.
Salute.
My boy Uncle Paulie in the comments lurking with pause. Pause, you banging bodies in the paint, and that takes a toll on your body. Especially when you frail, especially when you're as frail as Mitch was. And then you turn around and you put on like, 40, 50 pounds of muscle.
And in a short time frame. Yeah.
And then you jumping around with that weight, you're going to hurt yourself. You know what I mean? And then, the main reason why he's out for so long is because, that bum ass nigga tried to get my guy out of he successfully got my guy out of the series. But yeah, man, shout out to Mitch, man, for putting in the work, taking accountability, taking care of your body, which is important. And he's on bad timing. Like, I love it because he's upset, bro. He's upset.
I will say this, because now I'm looking at the schedule. I hope he comes back for the 26th game against Philly. I hope that's his first game back.
It's good to wash him.
Yeah. What you would call it? You gotta hope Embiid plays because
he might not even make it.
Yeah, that's the talk. That guy.
Yo, Embiid is looking like an old man right now, bro.
Yeah.
He need a whole nother surgery right now. He done.
Now he said that he said it himself that he's in the off season. He's going to have surgery again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can I apologize. I just wanted to add one thing to this conversation before we get to that comment, right? Real quick. Minute Police, do me a favor. You won't have a job when the playoffs come, so why are you trying to be Minute Police now? Because when the playoffs come, you definitely ain't going to have no say in these guys playing all the minutes. That's one thing, right? Mm-hmm. Second thing is, when Mitch come back, like you heard the panel say, guys' minutes is going to go down because Josh is going back to the bench. Mikal and OG going to play 2 and 3, where Cat going to play 4, and whoever they decide to start at 5 is going to play start, which means Mitch is going to get plugged in for the first part for a few minutes, and then it's going to go to Huck Porty, probably. Or that he's going to play Cat at 5 for a minute and put Precious in. Exactly.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, again, Minute Police, you ain't got no job. Cut it out. Go ahead, T-Time.
And the way Precious been playing, too, you know Tibbs ain't going to have no qualms giving him solid. Precious been balling, man.
24-point game?
Yeah,
24-point game from
26.
Precious? Sheesh.
Double doubles.
Shit.
Double doubles.
And that's the thing,
and
like,
you know,
Precious, depending on our opponent, can play a 5. If they don't have a true big man, he can throw the 5, and we can still have Cat at the 4 or have them interchangeable.
Yeah.
And
with Precious is dunk time. Dunk time.
think,
all day with
only,
Precious.
but not only dunks though. He's added on something that he didn't have last year, and that's that 3-point shot, man. That 3-point shot was really giving him a lot of those minutes too.
And spreading the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even get some minutes with the floor. You know what I mean? That's tough.
Right.
But before we move on to the next topic,
y'all want to answer the question here?
What?
Which one?
Oh.
Which one?
Yeah. Facts.
I definitely think so.
Duh.
No brainer on that question. No brainer.
For sure. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
Again, because I'll do a little brief re-explanation because Just Knicks wasn't here, but the biggest knock on the Knicks right now is the defense. Offensively, we are one of the best teams in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, if you look at our efficiency numbers, we one of the most efficient offense in the NBA. We might be going through a little slump on the 3-point category, but for a long time we was in the top of the NBA in point percentage. We dominating in the paint as far as scoring go. And the only knock you could really have on the Knicks is defensively. Mitchell Robinson secures the paint. I said earlier that guys will be able to close out on the 3-point line harder because they know they have the security of Mitchell Robinson in the paint. That's something that they don't have right now. A lot of guys is trying to protect Cat from foul trouble, and you could see it. You know what I mean? You could see it. So, yeah. With that being said, once we could correct our biggest, flaw right now, which is defense, and having Mitch help to correct that, and also be a demon on the offensive glass. You talk about the best offensive rebounder in the sport. Healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that definitely makes us a threat.
And I think that
wait.
Hold on, Fraz, real quick. Just Nick said Tatum had pressure stumbling and bumbling. But let's not forget, man, like when Mitch come back, he's not gonna be able to do that to Mitch. We all saw when he tried to do that to Mitch, we put Jason Tatum on a poster. He blocked his shit.
Yeah.
And
I know y'all remember that game.
Not only that, Precious shouldn't even be guarding him because OG will be in the game once healthy, right? So again, no excuses for us losing to Boston the way we have been losing to them, but they still have yet to see us fully healthy.
Right.
Exactly. And
one second, I'm sorry, Fraz. Make sure you're in the building, hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing is sharing. You know the vibes. Go ahead, Fraz.
Now, to T-Tom's point of the 3-point fall off, we're only down to 5th in 3-point shooting, guys. Let's be real here. Even with the decline in the 3-point shot over the last 15 games, y'all would agree with me on that, right? Something like that.
Right, maybe
the Knicks are still okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I would have said more toward 10, but I gave it 15 just to be on the safe side. But the Knicks only went from 3rd to 5th, guys. What are we worried about? We're still in the top 5 in 3-point shooting at
Man, fuck that. We
37%.
winning games without it. Who cares?
Exactly. Like, listen, and the guys are understanding more. The need to drive to the basket is the most important thing in the game because it opens up the 3-point shot. As you've seen in the last 5 games before the All-Star break, the Knicks may have not been shooting a bunch of threes, but the Knicks have been winning with interior play and then letting the 3-shot come to them in rhythm. So, guys, why are y'all worried about us falling off the 5th in 3-point shooting? We still top 5. This team is still pushing top 5 in most team stats. What are we talking about?
Uncle Paulie, this is what I was saying, bro. They'll see. They'll wake up. But what Bitch said it the best. They're asleep, and I'm gonna wake their ass up.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all you
And,
got.
and this comment alone shows you exactly why a trade wasn't made. Because the front office truly believes in the guys that we have and the talent we have. It's just Knicks fans and some of the media forget who we have sitting on our bench waiting to get cleared to play. So I ain't worried about it, truthfully. Like,
Yeah.
not one bit, to be honest.
And to land the plane on this topic of Mitchell Robinson, he's pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes me most happy is that Mitch is pissed off and he's going to come back and play with high intensity to prove everybody and all the doubters wrong. And that's the chip on the shoulder that we're going to need going into the playoffs.
And I know it's been frustrating as fans when they say he'll be back January, then February. But I think we need to be patient, right? Because these type of injuries can linger on. So it was smart for the Knicks organization to make sure he's 100% before they tried to bring him back and have him, risk re-injury. So as long as we've been able to win, it kind of like postponed him having to rush back to me. And it was the smart thing to do. I don't give a damn if we keep winning and they keep pushing it back, as long as it ain't to right before the game playoffs.
Yeah, but to the front off, to Coach Tibbs and what we've been getting from the actual organization and not the media, they literally been saying that we're not going to rush this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to wait until he's 100% healthy. And that's what they've been saying since the beginning of the season. Yes, they gave a timetable, but they also told you, hey, we're not rushing. We're not going to rush him back. We're going to wait till he's 100% healthy, and that's exactly what they're doing. And every time there's a report that may have pushed back the date, and the front office say, you always hear Tibbs said, what I'm getting, there's been no setbacks. Yep. That's the most important thing. The conversation might be like, yeah, he could, but maybe we shouldn't. You feel me? Like, that's what I get from those kind of comments, that he's doing this. They push the date back, but there's no setbacks. That's more like, yeah, we could upgrade him to 5-on-5 right now, but I would like to watch his body react to 2-on-2 more. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that, because the most important, y'all forget.
What up, Live?
What's good, Live? We have lofty goals, even though if the media may not see us as legit contenders, and I guess this is a good segue. You know what I mean, into the next topic. Maybe the media, some of the media, some, because there's people on our side, may not see us as legit contenders, but we got high and lofty goals. You know what I mean? And Mitchell Robinson is a super key component to that. So why wouldn't we? And the great thing about it is our team is so good, we don't necessarily need him in the regular season to win games. So why rush him back? Yeah, I mean, so like I said, segueing on to, the next topic, which is, I'm gonna save the JB one for last, right? Facts, Live. Thank you, appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. Sharing is always caring, And if you're new here, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, make sure it's set to all. You know the vibes. But I'm saving the JB one for last
Appreciate you.
because I'm going to probably have a meltdown when we talk about the JB one. I ain't gonna hold you. Uh, but keys to the keys to success for the All Star break, and I'm also going to compound that with the are the Knicks legit contenders? Yeah, I mean, let's start with are the Knicks legit contenders? Mrs. Knicks, let's see if the videos will play. Yeah, I mean, we could try. We could try. Yeah, I mean,
Let's
like, why not?
see.
Why not? We ain't gonna. You know, I don't know which one's popping up first, but we got two videos of two, you know, kind of contradictions on where they see him. You know, Big Dog Kendrick Perkins obviously on our side, and the most famous Nick hater obviously talking shit. So
Mhm.
we gonna see if these videos will play. If not, no biggie. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Press that like button if you're in the building. Sharing is always caring. You know the vibes.
Hey, Mr. Hanson, do note you only allowed 2 bags here, all right? So you can't keep bringing stuff here.
Yeah, it's all good. We're not getting any sound. It's all good. You can take it down. Yeah, technical difficulties. We tried. Yeah, I mean, but for the most part, Kendrick Perkins is saying that he believes that we are contenders. I would have to agree. Yeah, I mean, it's too much, being hung on the fact that they haven't beat any of the top teams in the league yet. They lost to Boston twice by big margins. They lost to the Cavs. Bro, they lost to OKC. Okay, like you ain't nobody ever won a championship in December, October, or January or February. Ain't nobody won a championship in those months. I never seen it happen. No playoff series has been won in those months. You know what I mean? The playoffs don't start until what, end of April, May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
April.
so. But when to add what we was talking about earlier, and like Fraz said, we with a slump in 3-point shooting, we fifth in 3-point percentage in the NBA. We're top three offense in the NBA. Yeah, I mean we have the number one starting five in the NBA. We're third. Well, we're third in the East, fifth in the
Overall.
NBA.
And mind you, we got the number one starting five in the league that was just put together before the season started.
Started. Big facts.
Mhm. Two major pieces that was added to the starting five before the season started. That's a fact.
Imagine. im- Look, fans, imagine when the chemistry on this team gets crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and like I said, Tibbs is teams are second half teams. You get OG back, you get Mitch back, and defense is the biggest issue for us. And when that
My,
gets sold up, GG's. I keep on saying it, GG's, GG's.
my bad about the
Now you
buzzer.
good? You
Hashtag
good?
GG's for when the Knicks get Mitch on the floor, because I'm telling y'all right now, it's gonna be
Yeah.
ugly. The league's on notice. The league knows what's about to happen.
So, with that being said, what are the what are the keys to what the Knicks need to do? Post All Star break to make that championship push. Shout out to my guy
I,
JJ Jackson
I
in the
I I
building.
I would say two things, right? Um, defense. Defense is number one, and I would say health.
Hmm.
Like our guys, and I know that's hard to ask for because we still got like 40 some more games or whatever.
Nah, we got
Um,
like We got like 28 more games, something like that.
Oh, okay,
It's like
20 something. All
28
right.
games left. Yeah, 28 games
So,
left.
so and it's tough because you've been, you got to do the traveling, do all this stuff. So, health and defense is the key to us. Is for us. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Kev. The perimeter defense is number one. That's our number one key right now. We need to focus on. That's what's going to help us beat teams like Boston and Cleveland moving forward. We have to learn how to play consistent perimeter defense for 4 quarters. And honestly, the other thing I think the Knicks need to do better is rebound. Honestly, I think the other guys should try to step up, like Mikal Bridges. Precious has stepped up when he's played. You see Precious rebounding. But guys like Mikal Bridges and OG, when he's on the floor, I feel like they should be rebounding a little bit more and they should be crashing the boards with everybody else. Because when all 5 of our guys crash the boards, listen, we are a hard team to out rebound, people. Simple as that.
I mean, I'll piggyback on what y'all said. I absolutely think defense, especially on the 3-point line, is key. I think that, like you said, T-Time earlier, will get better with Mitch because our guys will have that help in the paint. I think ball movement is going to be a key. My number is 25. I will push it up to 27, 28 second half of the season because the more we move the ball, the more we cut to the basket, the easier we get points and make our runs. And those are going to be important. I think also having that dog mentality, not taking our foot off their necks once we get a lead, that's going to be key to making a push, especially with a difficult schedule, the difficult schedule that we have. We need to take charge of the games early and keep our foot on teams' necks. And health, of course, because, although we've been hurt, we've been blessed not to have major injuries to key guys. But I think even having Mitch back is going to help with Cat's fingers because he won't be, hitting that rim and hitting the backboard as much as he's been jamming them fingers, defending and trying to block shots because Mitch is going to be there. So to me, those are keys. And I mean, as much as the minute police are going to hate it, our guys are going to get more minutes or coming closer to the end because of course our rotations are going to tighten up and it is what it is. We in it to win it, right? Whatever it takes.
The facts. My keys is to piggyback off something that Fraz said about rebounding. And listen, hey, imagine just imagine here. Take a walk with me. Take a walk with me. Imagine having the second in rebounding guy at the 4 and the best offensive rebounder in the game. That's what I'm saying.
Deadly.
When that's what I'm saying. And then you got Josh Hart running around. So,
and he's practically a 10 rebound machine now every game.
So this is what I'm saying about Mitchell Robinson is a fix to a lot of things that's wrong with this team because that Fraz is 100% right. That is a concern. Like if you look at the overall rebounding numbers, they're not great. Even though we got Josh Hart and Cat, everybody else is not really rebounding that great, except for Precious when he's getting the adequate numbers, right? The adequate minutes. But everybody else is not rebounding that great. So again, Mitch is another fix for that. Another key is the continued success and progress of the Knicks bench. The last couple games going into, I want to say the last 3 games going into All-Star break, I started liking what I was seeing from Landry Shamet on the offensive end. I said, okay, this is the guy that we picked up. This is the guy that I thought we was picking up. You know what I mean? Not only shooting the 3, but getting to the basket, pumping pump fakes, going to the basket, finishing at the rim, pulling up for the midi, like showing that he's a 3-level scorer and still playing tough defense. That's tough. Then you get the you know what my boy Killer Cam coming off the bench doing what he do. He needs to stay being aggressive. Sometimes I think he get too lost in trying to set up other guys and settling for 3-point shots instead of doing what he do, getting into the lane, making a kick or finishing at the rim. But his continued success and Deuce is starting to look like Deuce again. Deuce is starting to look like Deuce again. So, and that was another, knock on our team throughout this season was that the bench scoring wasn't up there. We all, the ones with common sense know that we've been injured. But even still, when the guys started to come back healthy, it been taking them a little while to get into a rhythm, namely Deuce and Shamit. Precious has been back in the rhythm for a while, but now he's in the starting lineup being that OG's hurt. But you send him back to the bench with the kind of confidence that he's gained playing with the starters. I definitely believe you see a bigger bench production. You see Coach Tommy T having more confidence in the bench with putting them out all at the same time in a few games leading up into the All-Star break. Yeah, facts. Facts. Facts, Uncle Paulie. Scary hours. Yes, in MSG for real. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you see Coach Tommy T having confidence in the bench more, having these guys out there at the same time getting meaningful minutes. That shows what his belief system is in our bench, and I think it's going to pay dividends. Yeah, I mean, we already talked about the minutes already starting to level out, as Mrs. Nix pointed out with the the stats of that JB is at 25 now.
22 and Cat at 25.
Yeah, I mean the whole starting five. They were just complaining that the whole starting five was top 10.
So Cat is averaging 34.9 minutes. Jalen 35.2.
Tibbs Stradamus pointed this out in the offseason. They're gonna complain, but they're not gonna tell you when the end numbers that this person was averaging this amount of minutes, this person was averaging that amount of minutes. And you're seeing it happen. You know what I mean? But definitely the key is, getting Mitch back healthy, staying healthy, continue bench production. And like Mrs. Nick said, move the rock. We do get in stints where the ball is stagnant. Either Cat or JB is too focused on trying to take over the game at a certain point instead of making the game easier on themselves. And that also comes with the other supporting cast making the game easier for
Tips to
stars.
Thomas.
Yeah, not
I'm
Thomas,
dead.
for sure. That also comes with the supporting cast making the game easier for Cat and JB because like when JB is getting blitzed at the top of the key or once he reach half court, once that first pass happens out of that double team, it should be an instant attack. It's been too many times I see JB pass the ball to somebody and they like, nah, you have the advantage at that moment. Send their defense into recovery and scramble mode and put them in the rotation so you can get easy baskets. You can get the ball back to JB once they in rotation. And then 9 times out of 10, at that point, he's going to have a mismatch. He could score. Same thing with Cat. But when the ball come out of the double team, there need to be instant attack mode. I don't care who's on you. Attack. Put them into rotation. You know what I mean? Because you already have the advantage. Somebody's already open. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I wanted to touch on that one comment that was up about Cat the Mitch alley-oops. There's another key aspect of that that people are forgetting about. Cat and Mitch on the pick and roll. Let's talk about it for a minute, guys. Because honestly, I could see Tibbs running a pick and roll with Cat near the top of the key and Mitch setting the screen. And you know why that can be? Because what does that do if Mitch sets the screen? It pulls his defender out of the paint, right? Which gives the Knicks the advantage on the rebounds.
Yeah, in theory. in theory, for
yes, in theory, correct.
what you're saying does sound fire. But here's my one knock on that. As much as I love Cat, his handle is not tight enough to be running anybody's pick and roll as the ball handler. You know what I mean? His passing ability is up there. He can do that passing wise. But sometimes when you're coming off the pick and roll, you're going to have to make some moves in some very tight spaces. And I'm not sure if Cat can do that on a consistent level. I'm not saying that he can't do it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more turnovers than we would like to see.
Well, honestly, I agree with you to an extent because one thing I can say about Cat, he's a very hard person to guard when he's downhill.
Yeah.
Like, and we see it in games, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's part of the reason why I'm saying this should be implemented. Of course, it's going to have its kinks and it's going to have, you know what I'm saying? That's granted, you know what I mean?
But I think Cat is hard to guard going downhill because he moves so fast.
Yeah.
Once he's at the top of the key, I think a pick and roll is going to slow that down. And like T-Time said, it's going to clog it up a little. But what I do think will work is a double pick for JB at the top of the key. Cat come up first, pop out. Mitch come up second. It's going to open up Cat and open up JB.
Ah, you went back to my old John. I see you, sis. I see you, sis. She went back to my.
I mean, other teams do it to us all the time to clear out their guy, and now we got two big bodies to do it now.
Listen, how many times have I said it here on Knicks N Ish, sis? How many times have I said it?
Yeah.
It should be run. I agree totally.
I agree. But and another thing that I don't think why a pick and roll between Cat and Mitch will work is because when Cat goes to the rim, he gets tunnel vision. Like that's the one time in his game. Yeah, that's the one time in his game he don't see nobody else on the court. Every other situation, he triple that at the top of key, eyes open. Back to the basket, eyes open.
Eyes open.
The basket, all he sees is the rim.
He doesn't pass much out of the drive. You're right. He doesn't drive and kick enough. I agree.
Cat being 7 foot and Mitch being 7 foot, I could easily see those alley-oops going up for him. And we know Cat is a great passer for a big man.
That's a fact. That I can agree on. 100%.
From when Cat gets the mismatch in the post and that second defender has to come and help, that's when we're going to see those alley-oops and those passes to Mitch. Yep. Yeah, that's when a lot of those going to come. Or like if Cat is standing at the top of the key, you know what I mean, and whoever's guarding Mitch lose track of him and he dives to the basket, that's where you're going to see those alley-oops come for real. But it's going to be a formidable matchup on both ends of the court, man, because we forget because throughout the last couple years, you know, they haven't really been passing Mitch the ball on lobs, but he is a legit lob threat every single time down the court. You know what I mean?
Big facts.
So, and then now you got a four that could really pass out of any situation. That's tough.
Wait, hold on one second. Yo, Kev, what you got to say about this, man? Be quiet over there. What's up, my guy? Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
You know how I feel about Mitch and the lobs, man. Like I've always said our big should be included into that because it's just a threat, man. It'll make our offense more potent than what it is. You know what I mean? Because now you can stretch the floor, but then you got somebody down low that if you take it to the basket, you can lob it up to them at any time. You know what I mean? And we got the guys that could set these big men up. You know, we got the guys for that. So if they just implement it more, I think our offense is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, for sure. And the lob also, the Mitch lob will also make the help defender, who happens to be the big man sometimes, a little bit more hesitant to leave Mitch because he's like, oh, they're going to pass him the ball. Yeah. And it's easy 2 points. You know what I mean? Like, so and that creates more space for Cat. It creates more space for JB. It creates more space for everybody on the court when they're diving to the basket, you know? But yeah. to end this topic, Knicks are all right.
Absolutely a threat. Absolutely a threat.
I'm about to say, I know the answer for everybody on the panel, but let's just do it for shits and giggles, right?
Absolutely a threat. I don't care what anyone got to say. I don't agree with anyone that says anything different. We the third seed for a reason, and we a third
Facts.
seed unhealthy. So
Word.
now that we're getting healthy, then we'll see. I know I was watching the Gilbert Arenas podcast, which y'all know I'm not a fan of, but it came
Yeah.
up on something I was watching. And the one person that I didn't think would say anything positive about the Knicks, Rashad McCants, he was
Oh
like, yeah,
wow.
they a threat. Yes, they a threat. And he pointed out everything that we point out here, which is Cat is Porzingis' match once we play them. Healthy Knicks with OG and McCall, they guard up to Tatum and Brown. JB, they got Holiday, but Holiday really not going to be able to stop JB.
Hold on. JB
He
gave
may
that
be
man
able to
40
slow him
last year.
down, but he's
Hold on.
not going to stop him.
He gives
JB gave that man a 40 piece last year. What are we talking about?
No, and I get that, but a series is different. A series,
Hell yeah.
you get to see, and I think we just match up perfectly with them. I think we match up good with Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's really, to me, no team that really puts fear. If we can stay healthy and gel these last 28 games with Bitch in the lineup, I'm not scared of no team.
Now,
Yeah.
let me add, sis,
Yeah.
the chemistry is the other piece that adds into the other two pieces that you just mentioned. That's going to put us over the top, because once that level of chemistry gets to that point where we can play with these better teams that have been beating us in the season because we haven't had the chemistry, because we haven't had the guys on the court, then this is the real test for the team that I want to see. I want to see how the team responds with all hands on deck against the best.
And to me, just to go back, when the teams beating us in the regular season don't mean shit to me.
Don't mean squat.
Don't mean shit to me because we swept Atlanta when they beat us in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is just practice right now. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it makes you look like, okay, this is what we need to work on, but it's not an end all be all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yo, to talk about us beating Cleveland, I think the key to us beating Cleveland in the series, we already know JB's gonna give them crazy work because that's what he does to Donovan Mitchell. Gives them crazy work. But to me, it's the play of our 4 and 5s, right? Against Mobley
And
and
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. I feel like the reason why we lost this season is because we had Cat. That was our big man. Jared Allen and Mobley. If you have big men that can be physical, you know what I mean. That's their kryptonite. They're not physical like that. Jared Allen and Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
Mobley, their defensive prowess comes from being able to leap and block shots, right? When somebody's putting a body on you and knocking you on your heels, it's hard for you to get off your feet and block shots. We seen what Mitch did to Jared Allen in the playoffs. Sunned him, put him on his shoulder and burped him like
Word. Baby status.
word. We saw what Julius Randle did to Mobley when he had to get physical on him. Same thing, other shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, pack them up. So what do you think is going to happen when you got the same Mitchell Robinson that packed Jared Allen up in the playoffs a couple years ago, and then you move Cat to the 4, and then he could get physical with Mobley, get downhill, put him on his heels, and then now you got to go try to be an offensive threat after you getting 40 dropped on you on the other end. Yeah. And y'all already admit y'all not ready for those kind of lights. They said it themselves. These are not my words. This is what Jared Allen said. The brights were just a little bit too bright. The lights were just a little too bright. You know what I mean? But we go facts. Facts, Jay. Tuck him in bed early. Night, night. Read him a story. No
I
White
see
and the
it
Seven
happen.
Dwarfs. Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. Yo, what story? Pick a
Word.
story. Night, night. As my boy Kev like to say, is Mimi time.
I mean me. I mean me. I mean me. Yeah, I
Word,
mean. Wait, don't we
word.
play them Friday? We play them Friday, right? We play
Cleveland.
Cleveland Friday, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know
the
who.
20th,
20. I thought it was the 21st, right?
21st.
Yeah,
Yep, Friday. So
yeah,
yeah.
funny. But yeah, man, me packed up my
Right.
but
No story.
no story.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
uh, but yeah, to now to go into the last topic of the night. I'm probably I feel it. I'm gonna have a meltdown. So I'm gonna just talk about the topic. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna bring up the topic. I'm gonna let y'all do your thing, and I'm gonna bring it home. Uh, so
I smell a
apparently,
rant from tea time, but I'm gonna wait.
for sure, for sure,
I smell it.
sure. So apparently, some fans. I'm not sure if the article specified if they were Knicks fans, but some sports fans have been sending death threats to JB and his family, even his 1-year-old son.
6-month-old daughter.
6 month, yeah, my fault. 6 month year old daughter. Yeah, my fault. My bad, JB. Uh, and some racial slurs to Josh Hart and things of that matter, all because they whack ass parlays they hit. You know what I mean? Crazy nasty work. Panel, let's hear your thoughts on it.
Go ahead, the parlay lord.
I was about to say, y'all might as well let me wait till the end so I can let T Top do his rant after me. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna hit the button after I say it. You know what I mean?
I'm not surprised by that, man. I'm not
My fault.
surprised.
My fault,
You
Kev.
know,
Stay chosen. Make sure you hit that subscribe, gang.
Right. Facts.
Turn
Big
that
facts.
notification bell to all. You heard? My fault,
word,
Kev.
word. Nah, you good. Appreciate Jay Chosen One. Appreciate you, bro. But I'm not surprised, man. Like they did this to one of the greatest Knicks of all time, and Patrick Ewing. You know,
Big facts.
they death threats to his family, to him. For losing playoff games, and
You know.
you know
Wait. Kev, he
nowadays,
was getting death threats in Jamaica at that time. Let's
yeah.
just wanted to add in. He was getting death threats from Jamaican people. All right.
I don't know, man. I think I find it real ignorant that people would even do that. Um, it's not the players' fault that y'all putting y'all own money down on these people and expecting them to do things that sometimes cannot be done. That's your fault. You made the choice to put money down on these players. Then you got to live with the consequences if you don't win. If you don't win money back, bro.
Facts.
You know what I
Nobody
mean? You
told you.
can't go and get mad at them. It's just is that sometimes you just gotta take the L and keep it pushing, man. And I think that I hope it comes to the point where, by you sending people death threats, if the cops of the police find you, you going down, bro.
Big facts. That's ridiculous. Like, let's be real, man. You already know I'm the parlay lord. I bet on shit all the time. I'm not gonna sit here and shout no death threats at guys because they fell one short of what I took. That falls on me. Know what I mean? What you bet on and your money falls on you. Stop blaming the players. Stop getting mad at the players because they don't hit your parlay. Pick players that's gonna hit your parlay if you feel like that. All right? Because I'm tired of hearing y'all about this nasty work. Even the parlay lord don't even complain when he loses. But I win too. So ain't no complaining over here. But at the end of the day, it's nasty work, fans, that y'all gotta go at JB and Josh Hart because y'all picked incorrectly and they're just trying to play the game and make their money and feed their families and everything else. They're not worried about y'all parlays. So I don't blame Josh Hart for saying, I'm not worried about y'all parlays in a joking manner, because at the end of the day, they trying to win games. And that's the point of us playing at a high level. That's the point of us having a team like we have now, to win games so we can get to the finals. I don't give a damn if I don't hit my parlay. You see, the Knicks in the finals is the ultimate end goal for all of us fans.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just pathetic, to be honest. Like, because it's not only JB, it was JB, Josh Hart, Deuce, Campaign. Like, the majority of our Knicks guys are getting these messages, and it's just pathetic that we as fans have come to this, right? Like, it takes the fun out of the sport and now makes it a business for fans, this gambling, this parlay stuff. Like, it's cool. It's like the same if you go to a casino, you're not going to hit every time. It's on you if you want to continue to go back and spend more money. See, me, I don't gamble because I'm biased. I'm going to vote the best for the Knicks at all times. So I know, like, but you got to know yourself, right? Like, I know that about me. So I know
Big
not
facts.
to go and do these parlays. I don't watch other players, so it's not smart for me to go and start, going to look at stats to try and make a parlay. And that's what the majority of these people do. I highly doubt that a lot of them watch every game to see what really goes on and transpires. They're going strictly by numbers. And if you're a sports fan, numbers don't always tell the true story, right? So, but I think it's super pathetic that you're going after kids, families, wives. Like, at the end of the day, these are still human beings that their job is to entertain us. And for us to go and do that, and I hope the NBA takes these things seriously. And I hope they go and start, banning these people from games and stuff like that, and prosecuting them, because it's pathetic. It's pathetic that we've come to this. It was pathetic back in the days with Ewing, but it's even worse now because it's on social media, right? Like, it's easy access to players. And the fact that in the article it says, like, regardless if they play well or not well, whether they score 40 or 50 or 10 or 2, they're still getting these messages because somebody somewhere in this world bet it over or under for those points. It's like, damned if they do, damned if they don't. It's pathetic. I think we as fans need to do better. And if you ain't cut out to do parlays, then fuck it. Stop.
Big facts.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth the mental health of another human being. You know what I mean? His wife shouldn't be scared to bring the kid to a game the way Randall's wife used to be scared to bring, Kite to the game. Like, and this is why y'all were okay with Randall putting the thumbs down, because some of y'all motherfuckers deserve it.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Campaign said it best before Tea Time react. Campaign said it best. It's funny that people are out here looking for that instead of just watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask you to bet your money, and that's I quote Cam on that too. Go ahead, Tea Time.
Mrs. Nick said something I was definitely about to say. It was about the Randall stuff, but that's facts. That's why me and Kev supported Randall, giving the thumbs down, because we knew this kind of shit was happening. Even though, Randall never came out and really said it himself that these things were happening. I knew. But I'm gonna start this reign off by saying, yo, fuck your $5, dog.
Big facts.
Fuck your $5, dog. You know what I mean? Like, fuck your get rich quick scheme. I don't care that you trying to turn $5 into $100K. I don't care. I don't care, bro. Because at the end of the day, these people, they're basketball players, but they're human beings, just like you and I, right?
Wow.
I get nobody comes to the fucking Burger King you work at and tell you, if you don't fucking get my Whopper 100% correct. I'm gonna jump over this counter and choke you the fuck out. Imagine how crazy that is, right? Right? You working at fucking Kohl's and somebody say you don't fold this fucking sweater right, I'm gonna slit your throat right now. Imagine that. Imagine that. Right? Nobody goes to the fucking dumpster place you work at and say, if you don't pack the trash right, I'm gonna go and kill your fucking kids. This is what you fucking losers are doing. This is what your losers are doing because you trying to turn $5 into 200K. And if you betting more than that and you're losing and it's hurting your pockets, maybe you shouldn't be fucking gambling.
Big facts.
Maybe you shouldn't be trying to turn $500 into 1K if you can't afford it. If it takes you to the point where you go out your way, you open up Instagram. Like you go, first of all, you start off on your betting app, you curse for like 10, 15 minutes. You cry maybe, you sob. JB, he could have passed the ball one more time. And then you open up Instagram. Bro. I'm trying to be serious here. Then you go. After that, you open up Instagram and you start to type these things. And like most people, you had to proofread because you don't want to be angry and sound like an asshole and sound illiterate. You don't want to be an asshole and be illiterate at the same time. So you proofread these threats and said, yeah, I'm going to press the fucking send button. You're a fucking loser. You're a jerk. You don't deserve the sport of basketball in your life. You don't deserve to watch Knicks basketball for sure, especially that we good now. You know what I mean? I do think there should be a way to find, hey, authorities, listen, I'm not a snitch, but on this case I will be. Authorities. A lot of these people like to post their betting slips when they hit. They also come with a code number for the betting slip at the bottom. Take the screenshot, call whatever betting service they have, and get the name of the people. Either you can make an arrest or encourage the betting service that they use to ban them from betting. Or you could hit up MSG and give the name of the people who sending these threats and ban them from ever setting foot in MSG again or whatever stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take this stuff seriously. You can't be like, oh, they're not really going to do nothing until it happens. God forbid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to take the actions to try to prevent this from happening again when it should never happen in the first place. You guys that do these things, you're fucking jerks. Even if it's not betting, even if you threaten it because they lost the game, you're a fucking jerk. You're an asshole. You don't deserve these rights to be able to bet, to be able to watch the Knicks, attend games. You don't deserve none of these things. Listen, I bet too. I may not win as much as the parlay lord, but I bet too. And I also get upset when I lose.
But you ain't jumping out the window like most of these people are either. You betting reasonable.
This is where I'm going. I get mad when I lose. JB sold me for some points before. He sold me for an assist. Cat sold me for a couple rebounds. So did Jeff Hart. But I'm not. I'll be like, come on, one rebound, dog, Cat. One rebound, Cat. You know what I mean? That's what I do. You know what I mean? One rebound. That's what I do. And then I'm over it. But for you, as a person, to go and feel the need to threaten someone's fucking children. I mean, that's ridiculous, dog. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous, dog.
They need to pack it up at that point.
I need the authority to take that in consideration. I want the players to get their snitch on. When you get these messages, send them to the authorities.
Yep.
And because you know what happens? The more threats you get, especially from a singular person, they'll start to open an investigation on that person. and it becomes stalking and harassment. Because those people deserve to be jailed. Nobody has time to wait until something happened to their family, dog.
Right.
Facts.
Like, nobody needs to. Like, if to me, if this was happening to me, somebody might get boomed. I'm just saying. You start talking, oh, I'm gonna hurt your daughter. I'm probably gonna find you and boom you.
Right.
I'm just saying. So yeah, I think you guys should be arrested. That's my rant on that. Stop the bullshit. Stop being stupid. Because
Right.
I really, in my heart of hearts, I really don't think these people intend to hurt. You know what I mean? Anybody, but you never really know.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just being an
Mm-hmm.
asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Like, make it make sense because you lost $5. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. Nobody cares about your $5. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Make better picks. Make better picks and stop complaining.
And I'm gonna say this:
Simple as that. Go ahead,
something
sis.
happens to one of our Knicks, it's gonna be hell to pay in New York, boy.
Yeah, you
Big
can't even go to jail in New York, dog.
time.
You can't even go to. Think about it. Listen, the threaters, the people making threats, right? Imagine, right? You actually act out these threats, right? And you get arrested in New York in a year where most New York Knicks fans believe that we have a chance at a championship title. How you think jail gonna go for you, dog? Huh?
I already know how it's gonna go for me.
Because guess what?
They're gonna be going into Rikers like they were rapists or child molesters.
The fact. Because look, guess what?
Super.
Those prisoners is placing bets on the Knicks winning championships too. You don't think they in there? You know how many carton of cigarettes is probably bet on the Knicks winning a championship? You know how
At
many
least 20.
guards? You know how many guards is probably on their fan due and put some money down on the Knicks?
Word. Yo, Jay, you right. PC for real. Bags. Yo.
How do you think that's gonna work out for you when you gonna have the guards and the inmates on your ass? Pause. Nah, not pause, because that might be literally. They might really be on your ass.
That one, yeah.
Saying, don't be
Yeah.
stupid. Don't be stupid, man. Stop being stupid. You know what I mean?
Big time.
I wish nothing but the best for JB and the rest of the Knicks and their families, man. Cause don't nobody deserves that. No, like
Exactly.
Mrs. Nick said, nobody wife deserve to be scared to bring their children to games, to watch their daddy at work. You know what I mean? Like, this is a very impressionable time. You know what I mean? Imagine if JB couldn't go to the game to watch Rick Brunson play basketball.
We wouldn't have a JB.
You hear what I'm saying? Y'all gotta relax, man. Stop being corny.
And just be fans. Just be fans. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, sometimes I take hiatus for betting on the Knicks for real, so I can enjoy the game. Like if it's a big game, I won't bet.
Mm-hmm.
I could if it's a big game, like if we playing like the Celtics, the Cavs, one of the elite teams, I won't bet even if I always believe we're gonna win, but I'm trying to enjoy the game. I don't want to be looking at my phone like, come on, give me five more points, JB.
Getting mad for no reason because we still winning.
We up 10 with 3 minutes to go, and I'm like, come on. I need 3 more assists, Josh. Nah. But yeah. Matter of fact, I got a better advice for y'all. If you find yourself threatening players because your parlay didn't hit, you know that number that they tell you to call? It's time. It's time, gang. You got a problem.
1-800 gambling. Call it. Call it.
It's time, gang. You got a problem.
Call it.
Oh, look at that. I didn't even see that comment. Shut up and call it.
Sis is on point. That's right, sis. You already know what it is.
Yeah, it's time to call that number, man. Word. With that being said, it's about that time, y'all. Y'all know we've been here for almost 2 hours.
Listen, this is rather get you in on the day off, you know what I mean? But Yeah, no, come on, y'all.
Wow.
Need them likes, my people.
Once we here early, like if we could get here at 8 o'clock, I got no issues with staying later. You know what I mean? But
can I bring up one more thing?
Yeah.
Can I bring up one more thing?
Absolutely.
Don't worry, I'm not stealing the outro this time. Don't forget, everybody. Don't forget, all right? We are on the road to 500 subscribers, okay? As stated earlier on the Knicks N Ish channel, Tea Time is going to be doing the limited edition Cats Bodega t-shirt drop. There will be 10 t-shirts available on a first come, first served basis. Once we hit 500 subscribers, Tea Time is going to announce when the drop will be taking place, and then you guys will be able to go and purchase it. So do us a favor. Please help us get to 500 subscribers so we can do this limited edition Cats Bodega drop for you guys.
Look, you know why Fraz is going so hard, because I'm not giving them their t-shirts until we hit 500.
Facts, you know that. You know that. You know that. I ain't even going. Listen, I'm not even going cap.
Hostage until we get.
Bring it up, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Bring it up. That one right there. That's the one right there. That's it. You see that orange one? That's the one. All right.
Jay chose that we usually do post games for I want to say all, but I like 95% of the games we do post games. Yeah. I mean, and when we have like long breaks, like this one for All-Star break, we'll probably pop up and do a show here and there. But usually like 30 minutes after the game, we be on. But make sure when you subscribed already, we appreciate you. Make sure you got your notification bell set to all, homie. So even if you forget, you'll get a notification that we on live. You know what I mean? We appreciate you pulling up. We appreciate you subscribing. Now, you already know what time it is. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. Sharing is always caring. And if you didn't do so already, you see that link that's on the bottom of the screen scrolling? Go there and cop you a Knicks N Ish hoodie. You know what I mean? Get you one. You know what I mean? Go get you a hoodie. Rep for the gang, you heard? So when you walking around and be like, yo, that's tough. Yo, what's that? You be like, yo, it's a fly podcast called Knicks N Ish. I really rock with them. You should subscribe. And then we can get to 500, right? And then I can give y'all more heat. Yeah, that's a fact. Like and subscribe is free. Yeah, I mean, appreciate every last single person that pulled up tonight. Every last person who hit that like button. You already know the vibes. It's T-Tom, it's Kev, it's Mrs. Knicks, it's Fraz. We out of here.
Hit the outro. Hit the outro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.